Welcome back to my video. So, if you have seen my full ranking of the AC/DC videos, you may have noticed I gave a lot of praise to this particular album. It is For Those About to Rock. I listened to it for like the first time after probably many years, and I don't remember it being as good as it was. It's such a really good, solid album, so let's get into it. For Those About to Rock is the 7th international release by AC/DC. It was released on November 23rd, 1981. This was a year after Back in Black, and it is also their first #1 album to chart in the United States. The band even declared it as their best album in an interview with Rolling Stone in 1981. They recorded the album in Paris, France, and this is also their final collaboration with Mutt Lange. So with that being said, let's go through the tracks. Track number 1 is the title track. This is such an epic song. I mentioned it in my ranking. It's like the only song to use a canon other than the 1812 Overture. The opening riff is killer. I mean, the rhythm and guitar chords, they kind of create a background for that really smooth, like clean guitar riff. The main riff that comes after that, it has really cool like downward slide to the chords. The chorus is really super catchy. The guitar solo has a very classic rock feel to it. It's also one of their longer songs at almost 6 minutes. Track number 2 is I Put the Finger on You. So according to the band, this is a line that's often heard in like gangster movies, like I put the finger on you. This one has an opening riff, almost like a faster variation of the title track riff, but the song is very upbeat and bouncy. The chorus, it's very memorable too. Track number 3 is Let's Get It Up. This is a classic song title with their like double entendre. I love the classic riff on this one. It has a pretty cool like finger slide when you play it. The bass sounds really good on this one, and the chord progressions are very catchy. Next is Inject the Venom. That's track number 4. This one has like a darker bluesy intro, has the stop-start chords, and it alternates with the vocals. Has a very memorable chorus and backing vocals. It features guitar fills between the chords that goes into a brief guitar solo and comes out right out of the chorus. Track number 5 is Snowballed. According to the band, it is about being conned or being fooled. So the riff is almost reminiscent of like a classic heavy metal riff. Very fast, it's upbeat. The chorus has a cool guitar feel, it's kind of intertwined in the chorus. I thought that was like really cool. Track number 6 is Evil Walks. So this song got its title when the band heard the chord progression, and they're thinking, these chords sound like kind of evil. They are throwing around some names and such, and somebody came up with Evil Walks, so that's how the song got their name. It starts off with a slow chord progression, and it starts to pick up. It has their signature big guitars going into a groovy riff. It has a very catchy chorus too. You know, I noticed all the songs on this album, they have these really great hooks. Track number 7 is COD. A lot of people think the title stood for Cash on Delivery, but no, it's called Care of the Devil. And that caused a lot of like religious groups to think that they're Satanists. But no, they even joked around saying that the only black they wear is their underwear at times. But it's a slow bluesy song. Picks up pace later on. It has their like twangy guitars and also has a really catchy chorus. Track number 8 is Breaking the Rules. So this is the band saying that they will do whatever they want and they do no matter what, and I don't care what anybody says, and I'm doing it. It has some really cool opening chords and really opening guitar solo. I really like the rhythm guitar in this one. The song has a really cool tone. The chorus has these big chords, and they're perfectly placed against like the smooth rhythm section. You gotta listen to the song to know what I'm talking about. The guitar solo, it's like really bluesy too. Number 9, Night of the Long Knives. The song was titled to sound like a horror movie. Has the big chords, it goes into a riff. Reminds me a little bit of the band like Aerosmith. That like Joe Perry, like bluesy riff type of thing. It's very catchy. The vocals sound very good. This is a mid-tempo rocker. Right? It's a solid song. The album closer is Spellbound. It's a mid-tempo rocker, and then it closes out the album. It has a very memorable chorus, a bluesy guitar solo. At the 3-minute mark, there's a break. You got some like heavy bass come in. That was really cool. There's a pretty cool chord progression. Okay, so this is an album that doesn't get the attention it deserves. I think the thing is that it got foreshadowed by Back in Black because it came out like very shortly after. Remember, it came back in the 80s. Bands used to release albums like a year later, or maybe 2 albums in 1 year. It's not like today where bands go like 2 or 3 years between albums. It's very upbeat. It's happy. I would say the first 4 songs are in that like upper echelon of those like AC/DC greats, like Highway to Hell, Back in Black. The other 4 songs are solid songs. So there's nothing that's kind of like an okay song. There's no filler. Everything is completely solid. The songs are very upbeat. You know, they bring you up if you're feeling down. It's like an audio antidepressant. I definitely recommend this to the casual listener of AC/DC. You probably haven't heard it. If you're an older AC/DC fan, maybe you haven't listened to it in a while. It's definitely worth checking out again and revisiting. I give it a score of a 10 out of 10. And you definitely need to listen to it again if you haven't in a while. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I have some new releases over the weekend, and next week I will be doing some classic album reviews, or I'm also thinking about something different, like the best albums of 1980 or the best albums of 1970. I've been kind of playing around with Google Trends, kind of seeing what people are searching for. Or for you, if you're watching this, if you're a subscriber or not, comment below. Let me know what do you want to hear, any recommendations, anything you want me to cover. Let me know what you thought about, for those about to rock. Have you listened to it in a long time, or have you listened to it recently? Let me know, and until then, see you soon. Keep on rocking.